Greetings world, greetings YouTube, greetings everyone watching this fantastic video. We are back with another good one. Today we are talking about bulk emailing strategies for business owners. As usual, it's Balix Hassan here from Digitalpreneurs. Now, why do I come with this specific video? Yeah, and why am I so passionate about email? Well, let me give you a few reasons. Number one, I know for a fact that email is still king. For me, it's undisputable. It's not even an argument. Yeah, yes, you have social media, you have LinkedIn, you have all those other platforms that make a lot of noise out there, especially with the younger crowd. Yeah, there are all these social media platforms that are making a lot of noise. However, there are a few reasons why I prefer email over those platforms, and to me email is still king. Let me convince you. Number one, email still dominates over those other avenues that I've mentioned when it comes to ROI, returns on investment. When you consider returns on investment, when you consider how much you are paying for your email platform or whichever tool that you're using for your bulk emailing, you will find that the returns on investment are very astronomical than when compared to other communication media such as social media, all right, or such as physical. You think of a situation whereby you are moving, let us say, your proposals physically with physical mail. Yeah, when you compare email to physical mail, the returns when it comes to email are much more astronomical compared to physical mail and social media. All right. Another advantage of email is that you retain your data. The moment someone gives you their user information, let us say you used a lead magnet to collect information, the moment you get that information, it becomes yours. It's not like social media whereby you have a certain number of followers. Someone can choose to, it's very volatile. People easily lose interest in one social media influencer and jump onto another. While in email, so long as you're still providing the value that brought them, in many cases loyalty stays for a much longer time, and you will always stay with their user data. Yeah, so there is a situation when Facebook went off for, I think, was it 6 hours? Yeah, some of us who had our users information, we continued to stay in touch for those 6 hours. Yeah, all because we collected their information. All right, then you can always reach your subscribers unless they unsubscribe. All right, so it doesn't matter whatever time of the day you feel like reaching out to your subscribers, you can always shoot them an email and it will always be in their inbox until the day they go to read that email. All right, unlike social media where the feed is always moving, yeah, so your clients will have to go and scroll into their history to see your information or your communication, while in email the information will stay in the inbox forever. And then another very important aspect is now very many email platforms allow for your subscribers to purchase within the inbox. In fact, I've seen now some that even allow watching the video or listening to your audio within the inbox. They do not have to leave the inbox to purchase or watch or listen to your media. Now that of course again drastically shoots up the returns on investment and conversions for your business. All right, so think about that when you compare it with other platforms. So how do you get the most out of your bulk emailing strategies? Yeah, these are strategies that will help you get the most out of your bulk emailing process. Okay, Number one, target the right people. These should be people who are hungry for your solutions and they appreciate your business. That is why the best way to get subscribers is to put out value and ask people who want to get more of that value to subscribe onto your list. All right, so that way you are getting people who are mostly hungry for your services, people who understand your business, and people who appreciate the value that you are providing. So long as you continue providing them value, then those people eventually will turn into a purchasing client or donors or whatever it is that you want from them. All right. Then the other thing is, for you to get the most out of your emailing process, your intentions must be clear before you even design the email. The intentions for sending that email must be very, very clear. What is it? Why are you sending that email? Is it just to give information? Is it to ask people to come and watch an event? Is it intended for them to purchase a product? Yeah. So long as you have that clarified, then that will determine the layout of the email. It will determine the copy. It will determine the length of the email. It will even determine what time you send that email. And we have tested all these parameters when it comes to sending the various types of emails. When do you send a long email? Yeah. When do you send a short email? When do you send an email that has a lot of images? When do you send an email that is just plain text? All right. When do you send an email? When should you send an email in the morning? When should you send an email in the evening? So we've tested all these and we found that your intentions must be clear. If you're going to send, let us say, an RSS feed, the best time is usually, let's say, around 8, 9 a.m. Yeah, and for that one, it can have images, it can have multiple storylines in the RSS feed, which is different when, for example, you're sending an email that is asking people to come and watch your, let us say, webinar. Yeah, so when let us say it's 15 minutes to the webinar, it shouldn't be a long email. It should be a short email, small paragraph, straight to the point, telling them to come and watch the live webinar happening in 15 minutes. All right, so that's something for you to keep in mind in case you want to have high converting emails. Then the other thing is segment your list and target each segment with the appropriate content. Yeah, now a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs make a mistake whereby they do not segment their list. What do I mean by segmenting your list? You must group your list according to different parameters. You can group your list according to email engagement. You can group your list according to purchase behavior. You can group your list according to maybe the event that they attended. They could have attended the webinar, they could have attended a live session, maybe at a physical location. They could have attended something else, maybe a podcast. So you make sure that you know these ones attended the podcast, these ones attended the webinar, these ones it was a live event at a physical location. You could segment them according to the dates of acquisition. When did you get this list? Yeah, that could be an important parameter for your business. And then there are people who do like, let us say, there are organizations that do leadership, that do trainings for other organizations. Yeah, where, let us say, you do facilitations for team building, you do facilitations for leadership retreats and stuff like that. You can segment your list according to the organizations you've trained and on which date you trained those organizations. Or you could segment your list according to, let us say, this list is for people trained in leadership and management. This list is for people trained in team building. This list is for people trained in culture, change management, so that when you're sending out communication, you know which communication goes to which people. All right, that's what makes it important for you to segment your list. All right, then use personalization. This makes your subscribers feel special. A great example of this was when one of my clients who wanted also to start using email marketing, she asked me, but how do you get time to sit down and write each of our names in our emails? Yeah. So what she didn't realize is that now email marketing platforms can enable you to just use what is called mail merging, or what is the other term? I forget the other term. You can use mail merging whereby uh, you you just say, let us say, hashtag name, and then the platform will put the name of the different people on your email list. Yeah, so people feel special when they think that you sat down and wrote their name on the email and wrote a special email just for them. All right, so take time to do that or learn how to do that. In case you need to, I have videos on this YouTube platform on how to do that. Then have a clear call to action. What action do you want the readers to take? In your email, in your communication, you must always have a clear call to action. Yeah, so that at the end of the day, your subscribers know why you sent them that email. What did you want them to do? Always have a call to action. It could be a challenge, it could be a click to go and purchase, it could be to go maybe to learn more, whatever it is, but let it be clear in the email. Why did you send them the email? All right, so even if it was just an informational email, then what is the challenge? At least challenge them to take a certain action now that they've read that email. So that will always allow your subscribers to have room for growth. Yeah, so even if it's a blog, even if it's an article within the email, what is the challenge you're leaving them? If it's an email about your products, then what product do you want them to purchase now that they've received that email? Have a clear call to action always, through and through. Then avoid multiple calls to action. Here I do not mean that having multiple buttons, no, or having multiple what I mean is I've seen some people who send you an email, but in that email they want you to download the PDF. In that single email, they're asking you to download the PDF, they're asking you to go watch their webinar, they're asking you to go join their Facebook group. So 3 different calls to action in a single email. That's a wrong way to do it, because then it confuses me as a reader. It confuses me on what do you want me to do. All right, so in case you have multiple calls to actions, why don't you automate the emails so that you have an email for me to download the ebook, then have an email for me to watch the webinar, then have an email for me to join your Facebook group. There could be space, maybe let us say 8 hours in between, or 24 hours, whatever works for you, but make sure that every email has a different call to action. Yeah, now I have another video where I showed you how to have let us say different click points to increase click-through rates, but all those click points should be sending the person to one destination. All right, so like I said here, sending subscribers to different links in the same email may end up confusing them. The best practice is to have one link on all the buttons in that email. So you can have multiple buttons or multiple places to click, but they are all sending them to a single destination. In case you have many destinations you want to send your subscribers, use multiple emails. Okay, then the design of the email must be based on the intention of the email. All right, and I think I've already alluded to this earlier on. The info emails can have images, they can have GIFs, they can have a very long copy, because you're just nurturing your relationship with your subscribers. You're sending them a blog, you're sending them information about the organization, maybe what they need to know, what their expectations should be now that they've signed up for your emailing list. Yeah, now that they've joined your emailing list, you've sent them information on what to expect. That can have images, you can even have a link to a video explaining what is going to happen in the upcoming days. Yeah, while an email inviting them maybe to a live session, for example, should be a short plain text email, so that you get such emails tend to have a very high click-through rate, because it is short, straight to the point, and it's giving them the exact call to action that they should take. Okay, then make sure to always test and adjust variables that determine open and click-through rates, such as subject and time of sending. Yeah, you test those variables. They are the variables that we always look for when we are sending an email. Number one, deliverability. Number two, open rate. Number three, click-through rates. Okay, so every email you should look at how many people opened that email, yeah, and then how many people clicked a link. In case you have a link in that email, how many people clicked a link in that email to take them to wherever you wanted them to go. Maybe you wanted them to go watch a particular video, maybe you wanted them to go purchase a product. How many people clicked that link in that email? Yeah, so always test your subject. This subject is what determines open rates. Yeah, so if you have a good subject, more people will open your emails. If it's a poor subject, less people will open your email. So test different subjects to see which types of subjects work better. Then also the sending time. I have found that sending time will determine how many opens you get, especially. Yeah, sending time. So what time? So test and see what time your people are active in their inbox. Yeah, so you may find that maybe your market people are active in the afternoon. You may find your market people are active at 6 a.m. So test the different sending times and see when are your people active in their inboxes. Then also images versus plain text. You'll find that different industries respond differently when it comes to images versus plain text. For ours, we have more clicks when it's just a plain text email, but that doesn't mean that you always send a plain text email. Yeah, there are times when you need it to be visual. You need to have a GIF in the email, maybe when you're giving information. All right, yeah. Then also test the different copy. Is it a lengthy copy? Is it a short copy? Yeah, test the different copy and see what works with your subscribers. It's not a one shoe fits all. No, you always have to test and see what works for your subscribers. Yeah, so when it comes to copy, there we are looking for click-through rates. Yeah, we want to see which copy converts, which copy. By copy I mean the text in the email, the story you tell in the email, how long it is, how short it is, what works with your audience. All right, so I hope that was of help. I hope that shed some light on how you can use bulk emailing to get the most out of your emailing process as an entrepreneur, as a marketer, as a business owner. In case you have any more questions, please feel free to comment below. Give this video a like. You can share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. As usual, it's Balix Hassan from Digitalpreneurs saying, "Hasta la vista." Bye bye.